So here we are again. We are back live on the Legal Creatives YouTube channel for the next pitch by Juridico. Juridico is the finalist team from Montreal, Canada, and they will be pitching today live to the live viewers and also to all replay viewers their solution. We have Orsolia Gorgolini, who is also hidden here somewhere in the conference room, but she's here to give feedback to the team Juridico. And I will briefly introduce Maria by saying she's a lawyer, she's a speaker, she is extremely active in the legal tech field. She is in Budapest, Hungary, working in a law firm and doing a lot for legal tech. So thank you so much, Orsolia, for being here and giving some of your valuable time to help the teams prepare for New York.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Lucia is representing Juridico. If you are ready, I will start the 3 minutes timing and you can get started.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
So whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for having me. I'll present to you Juridico, your hub for legal empowerment. The problem we wish to address is the fact that when individuals face a legal problem, they can't understand what is going on, and they can't understand what are the services that they should go to. And also, legal professionals not only have difficulty in finding clients, but also find it difficult to manage misinformed or confused clients. Since general public legal needs are unmet and legal professionals want to improve their practice, Juridico has found the solution. We will have two types of users. We have the general public that are our main users and the legal professionals that will be our clients. Our platform will identify the legal problem of the individual situation and direct them to the appropriate resources, such as legal professionals, but also legal clinics and psychological resources, everything that is needed by the specific individual situation. It would also put in contact other people between each other that want to help in a situation. For the legal professionals, we will offer advertising that is targeted to potential clients that really need their specific services. We offer client reverse management by giving them the right information that is needed, usually in the first meeting with a client, and that can be difficult to extract. And we will offer them a peer network where they can talk to other legal professionals and help each other. Our competitors, we find that we have 4 types of competitors: services offering legal content, services offering orientation, and services offering client referral for the general public, but also between lawyers, such as Facebook groups and others. We have identified factors that needed to be reduced, such as the web crawling and the fact that there's too many information, and the internal maintenance needed. We've increased and created other factors, such as the social network and the social mission of Juridico, and a better contextualization of the specific individual situation of the individual, provided by our AI expertise, and a better empowerment where the individual can really learn about their situation. Our customer acquisition plan is based on social media presence and physical presence in the legal community, such as the conferences and the cocktails, and also formal meetings with legal professionals associations. We will offer our clients direct implication in the cooperative management, and we'll organize conferences and events and a continuous user validation, such as phone calls and recognitions of their important part to play in our mission. Our team is composed by Louis, Marc, that are 2 AI experts, and me and Stephanie, that we are in the legal domain. Thank you very much. I want to invite you all to register to our platform today through our website, juridico.ucam.ca, and to like and follow our pages. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lucia, for the presentation. Australia, do you have any questions, comments for Lucia?
Yes. I first thank you very much for presenting the opportunity to have a possibility to practice and get some questions, maybe from. First of all, my question would be, why are you special? It was not absolutely clear to me. You mentioned your competitors, that there are 4 types of competitors, but why is your team special?
I think it's because we not only offer one services, such as like usually our competitors are just based on one thing. We offer really a generalized platform for the general public and the lawyers. And we give resources that are not only legal, such as other referral services, but we give them like psychological resources, because we believe that often an individual situation, when facing a legal problem, they need other type of resources, housing, sometimes help, and different resources. So we have really this approach of seeing an individual situation in a pluridimensional way.
Okay, and I mean, there were, if I'm not mistaken, 2 tracks. One was the access to justice, and the other one is the improvement, the business of law. Yeah. And so your proposal fits within the access to justice,
but also the improvement
track, or?
Well, it is access to justice, access to information for the general public, but it improves the practices of the professionals by helping them with their client advertising, but also with the fact that they won't be needing to really like ask a lot of questions in the first meeting, because they will already have the right information. We will give them.
Sorry,
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. The line is. I couldn't hear you. There was some silence in the line.
Oh, okay. So we call it client reverse management. Is the information that the client has provided us. We will give them to the lawyer once they've accepted to meet, and so they will already have the right information in the first meeting. Because as I worked as an assistant in a law firm, and usually I had to do a lot of the extraction of the right information, because the person is so lost. They will give you so many information, and that it's not necessarily like important for the legal question. So we want to provide this service to the lawyers and the notaries, so they can. It's going to be easier for them.
Okay, and so then, what is the business case? How will you make your feasible?
So we don't want to charge the general public. We will be charging the law professionals by referral. I think it was $10 by referral. Also, we want to have like subsidized for like access to justice programs that can help us with that. It's a bit hard to explain it in the like 3-minute pitch, but we had like the provisions of okay, how many in 2 months we're going to have this much clients, and it's going to bring this much referrals, so it'd be like this, in order to make sure that our costs and our revenue stream is okay.
And how will you convince the lawyers? And you also mentioned, of course, other professionals like psychological help, etc. But I'm a lawyer, so how will you convince the lawyers to join your platform and not?
Well, we believe the value proposition is based on, you know, a target advertising, client reverse management, and because since we've done a survey, we've identified they want clients to be better informed when they arrive and to have a better understanding of the steps, to not always have to get calls from them and the reminders. So we want to make it easier. I think it's new. It's usually there's a service that does advertising and there's the other stuff. We're going to do everything. So it's going to be a centralized platform for them. Also, I think a lot of lawyers today feel that they have to play a role in the access to justice mission. So we will offer the services for them through a platform that offers accessibility justice. So I believe there's social mission and feeling that they are actually not only being clients of a service, but also being partners of a platform that's going to help the general public.
And so you plan to offer this platform and services in Canada?
Yes.
Yeah, because in some countries the referral fee may be a problem for lawyers and stuff like that. But then this is something that works in Canada. I assume you made all the research, being a lawyer yourself.
Yeah. We've made it especially in Quebec, in the province of Canada where we at, and probably we will launch the platform first in Quebec, and then we will try to expand it throughout the whole country.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you. These were my initial questions, just to understand what you are
Thank you.
pitching.
Do you have any comments on the strong points and points to improve, Elsaria? That would be very helpful if you do want to share some of your thoughts.
Let me share. I mean, I maybe two points. The one is, it specifically related, like you will be in New York, you will be standing in front of a lot of people live, and you will need to present something there. So obviously that is something that you need to practice, because it's completely different than talking in front of the slides. You will need to know everything by heart. When you need to change the slides, you know exactly when you need to change the slides without having to have a look at the slides, actually. So I would recommend that you try to practice as if there were many people standing in front of you. Also, maybe invite your friends so that you can actually have somebody standing in front of you or sitting in front of you. I think it would also help if you had maybe less text on the slides. Because it's a natural human thing that once people see text on a slide, they start reading what's on the slide and they won't listen to you. So maybe you explained something, but I didn't hear it because I looked at the slide and the text, for example. And then you lose the audience and you lose the connection. So maybe that is something where you could improve, and I would definitely recommend practice. How many minutes will you have? Will you have 3 minutes only
I'm not sure
in the final round?
I don't think we know yet.
Okay, I believe it's 3 minutes, but to be confirmed.
Okay.
In the first round, I know it was 5 minutes, right? Yeah. So that would be very important that you know exactly how much time you have, and also to make sure that you are absolutely clear with the judging criteria. If your main goal is there, but if your main goal is something else, so because you are already there and standing in front of such a huge audience, you can win even if you are not the winner. So you should clarify with yourself and with the team, what is your goal? What would you like to achieve with this speech? What is the main message that you would like to get across? And build around that. So
Okay.
that would be like one set of comments, and actually the other one is in this connection that I'm sure you are aware of the judging criteria, which
Yeah.
I assume is the same as what was in the first round.
Yeah.
So you should probably make sure that you tick all the boxes, and mention at least some of those things that are judged, or where the judges need to see that, okay, you talked about how you get to the market, or how you access the clients, who are your competitors, about your business plan, where do you make the money, how do you make it work, etc. So those are my...
Okay, perfect. The colors of the presentation, were they fine? Was it boring or?
I think it was a bit too dark.
Okay.
I was concentrating too much on the text, probably. So if you could make it with less text, then and with the less is on a slide, the easier.
Yeah.
So the criteria is always whether it enhances that the audience can actually understand what you're talking about. So whether the slides, whether the visuals enhance the message, that the message gets across.
Right.
So the less is on the slides, the easier to digest, because then people can actually listen to what you say, and the visuals only help them understand.
Okay. Perfect.
And I don't know, I mean, you talked about the team, but then probably the idea is that you will be the one presenting and the others will be with you on the stage, or will you... Okay, because that's also something that you need to decide in advance.
Like who would be presenting?
Exactly. Or if you do it together, then it's even more difficult to practice, because then you need to know exactly when it's time to change.
Right.
And maybe a bonus thing. I mean, if stories are always something that stick. So if you could wrap the whole presentation, or the whole text, or the whole content around a personal story in this connection, that I think would be really something that people would remember.
Okay. It's interesting, yeah. And also, you in one of your questions was regarding why would lawyers want it? Is it something probably that I should mention in the pitch, like make it really clear?
I would recommend so, because honestly, I mean, there are so many similar platforms out there that it's very difficult for a lawyer to choose, or they just don't bother, or there are just too many out there, and it would be important for them to understand, like, why is this special, why is this different, and why this and nothing else. Maybe I'm completely wrong, and in Canada there aren't that many, but in several European countries there are a lot. So maybe this is not such a big issue in Canada, but in Europe it would be difficult to convince people to.
Okay. And was my answer satisfying, or should it be a bit more?
I think you still need to gather some arguments, because it's always very difficult. You need a critical mass, because if you don't have a critical mass of lawyers who are already on the platform, then people, and vice versa, if there aren't enough potential clients yet to be referred, it's difficult to convince the lawyers to be on the platform unless they can do so for free. So it's a challenging question, I think.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arcelia.
I don't want to this.
No. It's good. I think I need to.
You know, tough. It's better to have tough questions now than later.
Of course, yeah. Thank you very much. It's a lot of interesting things. Yeah.
And we actually have Esther from Israel, who says that the comments are very useful, Arcelia. So the questions are very useful as well for the live viewers. And this is also the objective, not just to help the teams, but to help the entire community to learn how to pitch and to learn how to craft a good business model. And since this is a new field in the industry, it's great to listen to you two exchange, and also I've been learning a lot. So thank you for the generosity in the questions and the comments, Arcelia, and thank you, Lucia, for presenting and taking the comments. And I know it's difficult. You've put a lot of work, but the more we practice, the more we improve. Practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's like the main message usually. A presentation gets good if you practice. The 3 secrets.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for the feedback, and thank you, Tessa, for organizing this.
Pleasure. And Arcelia, thank you for your time and insights, comments.
My pleasure.
We will keep going with the full day of pitching. We have actually a lunch talk between me and Chris Sykes, who is a legal tech founder. He started in Hong Kong and now he's back in the UK, which is his home country. And him and I will be discussing about the future of legal education at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will continue with 2 pitches and a closing session on legal creativity by myself. So stay tuned on the YouTube channel. Keep an eye on the program on the legalcreative.com for any student changes, which we hope we will not have, but you never know. You have to keep flexibility high with tech and legal tech, especially. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and we will see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.